We convince ourselves that the dinosaurs were the final horror story of this planet, but the fossil record whispers a much darker truth about what came next. In the steaming jungles of South America, a serpent grew to a size that defies logic, strangling the life out of a lost kingdom that science nearly forgot. Millions of years later, across the northern plains, a warm-blooded nightmare emerged. A beast built like a tank, with a face only a mother could love. One was the Titanoboa, the lord of the heat. The other was the Entelodont, the so-called Hell Pig. They are Earth's forgotten monsters. They never met in battle, separated by vast oceans and 20 million years of time, yet they share a terrifying legacy of absolute dominance. Today, on Whispers of Mystery, we exhume the bones of these two titans to uncover how they grew so big and why they eventually vanished. Our investigation begins in the Cerrejón coal mine in Colombia. It is one of the world's largest open pits, stripping away the earth to reveal the Paleocene layer. Miners here weren't just finding coal, they were finding fossilized leaves from the oldest rainforest on Earth, dating back to just after the dinosaur extinction. But among the leaves they found vertebrae. Massive T-shaped backbones that looked reptilian, but were far too large to belong to any crocodile known to science. When experts from the Smithsonian placed these bones next to a modern anaconda, the math was terrifying. This creature was a snake, but scaled up to a monstrous degree. They named it Titanoboa cerrejoniensis. It stretched nearly 50 feet in length and weighed over 2,500 pounds, longer than a school bus. But here is the mystery. Snakes are cold-blooded. To reach this size, the ambient temperature of its world had to be nearly 90 degrees Fahrenheit, day and night. This was a hothouse world. The extreme tropical heat supercharged the snake's metabolism, allowing it to grow into the largest reptile since the dinosaurs. In the water, it was weightless and silent. It hunted the carbonomize, a turtle the size of a kitchen table, crushing it with immense constricting pressure. It didn't need venom. Its weapon was pure physics. It would strike, wrap its 2-ton body around its prey, and squeeze until the victim's heart simply stopped beating. For millions of years, the Titanoboa was the undisputed king of this lost kingdom. But the Earth is a restless planet, and the thermostat was about to change. We jump forward 20 million years. The jungle is gone. We are now in the Oligocene epoch on the harsh, open plains of North America. Here, the apex predator wasn't a reptile. It was a mammal. Scientists call them Entelodonts, but you likely know them by their nickname, the Hell Pigs. Despite the name, these weren't true pigs. They are actually the erratic ancestors of hippos and whales, evolved into a shape designed for pure intimidation. The largest species, Daeodon, was the size of a rhino. Its mouth was a toolbox of destruction, featuring front teeth to rip flesh and back teeth to pulverize bone. They were the ultimate opportunists. They ate roots and tubers, but they also scavenged carcasses, crushing the bones that other predators left behind. Theory suggests they were kleptoparasites, bullies of the plains. They let faster predators make the kill, then marched in to steal the dinner. But why the hideous face? Those bony knobs on their cheeks served as armor. Fossil evidence shows these creatures engaged in violent battles with their own kind. We have found skulls with puncture marks that match the teeth of other Entelodonts. They fought face to face, slamming their heavy jaws into each other for dominance. They were built for endurance, trotting across the continent to find food. For over 20 million years, they were the Terminators of the Northern Hemisphere. So, what killed the 50-foot snake and the Terminator Pig? They were invincible in combat, but they were vulnerable to the one thing they couldn't fight: climate. For the Titanoboa, the world simply got too cold. As global temperatures dropped, the massive snake could no longer power its metabolism, and it vanished. For the Hell Pigs, the world changed around them. As forests turned to grasslands, faster, more intelligent predators evolved, outcompeting the bulky scavengers. Evolution is a ruthless architect. It builds monsters for a specific moment in time, and when that moment passes, it buries them in the rock. These creatures remind us that the Earth hasn't always belonged to us. We are just the current tenants living on top of a graveyard of giants. The fossil record is still mostly unexplored. There are monsters waiting in the ground right now that we haven't even imagined yet. If you want to be there when we uncover the next ancient secret, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, I want to hear from you. Who was the true king of prehistory? The Titanoboa or the Hell Pig? Let me know in the comments below. I'm whispering to the darkness. Are you listening?